guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to play with some makeup and I thought that I would answer some questions at the same time. If you would like to see what on earth I'm going to paint on my face and I suppose find out a little bit more about me, then please stay tuned. Thank you so much for all your questions. There's loads. I've got all my products in front of me. Will I mention them? I'll list everything that I use down below, how's that? But I'm going to start with my primer. First question, what is your happiest memory? I talk about this with my mum and dad a lot. I've got a really good memory from when I was young. I remember loads. And some of my most fond memories are quite weird ones. Like, I remember the first time that we went to the What the heck? I remember going to the Botanic Gardens in Edinburgh with my mum and dad, and there was a huge chair made out of like a hedge. I think my dad picked me up and put me on the chair and we played hide and seek for what felt like hours. It was probably like 20 minutes, but it felt like hours and it was so much fun. I remember a birthday. I think I was maybe about 7. We got in the car and we drove to Glasgow. We went to Asda and I got a watermelon. I was really excited. I didn't just get that for my birthday, but that stands out to me. I'm using a tinted moisturiser today. It looks a bit pale. Yeah, loads of my fondest memories are really weird stuff from when I was young. I was obsessed with that actually is a really good match for me, isn't it? I was obsessed with my PlayStation when I was young. So like I remember, this is so funny as well because it really is, it explains a lot, but I remember I loved having a bath when I was young, and I remember getting out of the bath and getting my clean jammies on and I would sit cross-legged and play Spyro, and that was a great time. Just weird, but I think those are my fondest memories. I just loved being young. Me and my mum and dad had so much fun. Next question is, do I take any vitamins or supplements? Not really, but something that I've found works really great for me is valerian. Valerian is a herb, I believe, but it's really good for making you feel nice and calm. I definitely don't have anxiety, but in stressful, busy times, I could do with a little bit of help. So that's like a herbal remedy that I take that I really love. There's a lot of remedies from Neil's Yard. They're called rescue remedies, I think. Like there's one called SOS, and it's just that's what it is. Back remedies that I think are really brilliant. So I don't take any supplements for like hair growth or my skin or anything like that, but I probably should, to be honest. I think in Scotland especially, a lot of people take like vitamin D and stuff. Try to do an Irish accent. So I lived with 2 girls from Belfast for a while. Really good friend of mine, Deirdre, and she's from Belfast. So Belfast, it's always par shar for an R, and they don't like for a mirror. They would say mar. Look in the mirror after having a shower. So I don't think I'm terrible at it, but I'm definitely not good at it. Dublin talk like this, really. Oh god, that was terrible. So I'm definitely no. I think Irish accents are quite difficult though. There's a couple of accents that I can do pretty good. I could do an American accent all day. This is like a broad American accent. I can do a Valley girl. They talk like this. Oh my god. I can do a pretty good London accent. They talk like this. I can talk like I'm from Essex a little bit. Not great, but I can get away with it. That's a nice base. I just used a tinted moisturiser and a bit of concealer. My wee beady eyes are quite red. Let's do some eye drops. So these are like my secret weapon, right? I get red eyes. I think I'm trying out something, a lash serum, right? And I think it makes my eyes quite red. But these Roto Cool Drops, apparently Gigi Hadid uses them. So I bought them when I was in America. They're not comfortable going in your eyes. And they sting. But wait and see, and my eyes will be really clear. Well, that's just got much worse before it gets better. Oh my god, and my foundation ruined. Let's take a short break. I fixed my foundation, my tinted moisturiser. But look how clear my eyes are. Do you think that's better? They're really good. I usually do that before filming for obvious reasons, but today, obviously, I feel like being rogue. Okay, this is a really good question. How do you manage personal life and business life? I'll let you know when I'll figure it out. I'm getting better at it, I think. I'm realising how important it is to, spend time with family. There's a lot of occasions where I would maybe miss certain things for work, and I still do that, but I just think that in life the most important thing is having fun and spending it with the people that absolutely matter the most. Whether that be your family, your friends, you know, it doesn't really matter. So just squeeze as much as you can out of life. But yeah, it's something that I'm trying to be better at is my planning. So I was speaking with Jack about this morning actually. I think that I work best with a schedule and a diary. So putting like really like stupid things in the diary, you know, taking this many, like maybe I've got 2 hours on this day to just do vlogging and do something fun for myself or clean or something like that, because otherwise I kind of lose track of what I'm doing each day. Something that's kind of, I suppose, a bit different, working yourself and working from home and working for yourself. Having a schedule for me is really important, so I'm going to try working on that, and I'll let you guys know how I get on. And I know a lot of you are probably doing the same thing just now, working at home and stuff, so yeah, I'll keep you updated, but I'm getting better at it, but I'm not great at it. We're doing a super creamy base, by the way. I've been really loving Katie Jane Hughes and the way that she does makeup. It's really different all the time, which is something that I really like. I like playing around with all different techniques and stuff, so trying to branch out, not always do the same base, not always do the same amount of coverage kind of thing. That looks fresh and nice, doesn't it? That's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser, which I used a lot when I was away with Jack. And yeah, I really like it. Really like it. Reviewed any hotel baths yet? For those of you that don't know, on my Instagram stories, I had a really bright idea, and I thought, you know, broaden my horizons. What's my other favourite thing apart from makeup? Bubble baths. I love hotels. I love hotel bathrooms as well. So I thought, you know, maybe I could become a professional bath reviewer. You're not going to believe this, but someone has been in touch about me doing just that. Keep your eyes peeled. I think you guys will like it because a lot of you ask to see more of Scotland, so big things happening, dreams coming true over here. I'm going to use a wee cream blusher. We're doing all creams today. Okay, I like this question because I've got a very solid answer. Do you mind when followers come up and speak to you in Glasgow? Absolutely not. I really actually love it. The only thing is, lately, obviously with COVID and stuff, it makes me feel really awkward because my initial response to that is to give hugs, right? I'm a hugger. I'm a big hugger. But we can't do that. So we awkwardly stand 2 meters apart, waving at each other. I got a photo with our gorgeous girl, Beth, and we are just like standing 2 meters apart when I'm like this and she's like this. So I'm really excited about the day that I can properly like meet you guys in the way that I love to, but absolutely not. You know, I like to think that you attract like-minded people, so a lot of the time, you know, we'll have stuff in common. I think it's quite cool as well that you guys know so much about me, so absolutely not. If you see me out and about, even if it's just a quick wave if we're busy, I'm going to get a wee glowy highlighter, but I don't really know how to apply this, so I'm going to try with my sponge maybe. Nice. Dewy Coconut Face Illuminizer. This is a really pretty base. This is the questions that I was asking for. This is what I was hoping for in my hopes and dreams. Favourite bath products? Love you too. Have you got a pen and paper? No, I'm joking. I really love bath salts. I really love bath oils. I love bath bombs, like from Lush. I worked at Lush for ages. I worked there when I was 17 and then I never got kept on. You know, I was a Christmas temp. I was only there for, I think I started in August. That's how soon Lush start Christmas temps, by the way, because it starts getting busy then. I started working there 1 year in August. Yeah, I just turned 17. And then I worked there till January. And during actually working at Lush, that's when I left school. I left school early. It wasn't for me. I did like school, but the subjects that I wanted to do advanced higher French, and they cut the class because there wasn't enough people that wanted to take it, so they just stopped it and they said you can go to a different school to do it if you want, but I didn't want to go to a different school, so I was only studying advanced higher art and religious education, and I chose religious education because I had to choose another subject. I am interested in it, but you know, I just had to pick something else, so really I was only staying at school for art, and I was like, I'm just going to leave and start working. So I started working full time. So that was the first time I worked at Lush. And then when I worked at Alaska, I worked at Lush as well. Some of you guys might remember, it was years ago. And yeah, I loved it. So I still love all the Lush products. What else do I love in my bath? I've started dry brushing, which is quite exciting. I don't know if any of you have tried it and seen results, because it's hard to remember to do it, but I don't know, if someone told me, yeah, it's amazing and it's changed my life, then maybe I'll actually remember to do it. One of my favourite things that I own is my bath caddy. So it's I just got it on Amazon, but it's like a wooden bath caddy that I can put my cup of tea or glass of wine and my laptop on, so I can watch programmes in the bath. Life changing. Look at the palette I'm using. So excited. This is the new Be Perfect Carnival 3 palette in collaboration with Stacey Marie. Stacey Marie is another amazing makeup artist, and I really wanted to use this to do a fun look today. I'm going to make myself not use warm brown. Let me know, I can absolutely do a whole video on all my favourite bath products. You know, it's one of the passions in my life. It's a bubble bath, hence the bath reviewing career, which is about to take off. Someone has asked tips on saving money. I love saving money. There's a couple of things that I've done for years that help me save money. The most important thing, I don't know what to do with this palette. Lagoon, will we just go for it? When I worked on makeup counters especially, and it was like quiet, so like right early in the morning it was always quiet, on a Sunday especially, what I would do is I would sit and I would work out all my finances. So I would calculate where all my money was going, what bills needed paid, what was coming out my account, what things that I would need to buy that month, and I would give myself a budget, and then whatever was left over, if anything, sometimes there was nothing left over, I would put it in a different account and I would just pretend I didn't have it. I also had a credit card, so if there was ever something that I really wanted to treat myself to, like my first ever designer handbag was a Vivienne Westwood bag, which I love so much. My mum's actually got it now. I gave it to my mum because she loves it too. It was half price in the sale. What I did was I bought it on my credit card. I didn't let myself use it until I'd paid it off. I think I managed to pay it off over 3 months, and then as soon as I paid it off, I was allowed to use it. So I always gave myself like little incentives, I guess. The one thing that I do spend money on, and not frequently, but I do, is jewellery. I want to do this all over my lid. That is such a cool colour. Also, I was always really good at eBay. I would always sell. See if I had stuff that I no longer wanted or needed, I would sell it on eBay. And that is like such a good way to get, obviously you've got Depop and stuff now, but it was such a good way for me to, you know, make some money back. Sometimes like if I really wanted like a new something, like a new, I don't know, something new clothes wise, I would sell however much I needed to buy that item of clothing. So yeah, those are two things that I thought really helped me. Favourite memories from yours and Jack's beautiful wedding? Oh, all of it. I think about it all the time, and I think about how lucky we are that we got married last year and not this year. I feel sad and, you know, just heartbroken for everyone that's had to miss out on their weddings. I know how lucky me and Jack were to have had the wedding that we did. Some of my favourite memories are actually like the days leading up to the wedding. Me and Jack flew there. I think we flew there on a Sunday and then we got married on the Thursday, so we had 3 days together beforehand. And then my mum and dad actually flew out a little bit early to help us set up before everyone else arrived. And those days were just so amazing. We were so excited. The weather was perfect. We got to stay in our venue on the days leading up, and we had the whole place to ourselves, which was amazing, which is also a fluke. We didn't book it for that, but the people that we booked it with, they only had a couple of people staying, so they had another property that they moved them to, so we had the whole place to ourselves to get everything ready. And we spent like the days leading up making sure all our guests' rooms were done, and we put all the stuff that we wanted to in the rooms. Let's do liner. Cool. Right, this might be really nice, or it might be really shit. Where's all the colour? Really bad. Right, let's just try and fix this. I literally do not know what to do. That's horrific. I'm gonna have to take this off and I'll come back. I'll be back. I'm back with smaller looking eyes than before and a slight blue tint, which we'll ignore. It's when you blend and it gets too chunky looking on the outside, you can't fix that. You need to take it off and start again. What would your dream house look like? Now I'm going to take this very literally, and I'm going to tell you what my dream house would look like. This is by no means gonna happen. First thing I would say is it would be in Scotland, but if it was my dream, Scotland would have better weather. That's the only thing that I don't like about living in Scotland is the weather. My dream house would have a pool. This is not realistic, by the way. I am never going to have a pool in my house. Under a big glass like terrarium, like a huge like orangery almost. It would have so many plants. It would have loads of bedrooms, so I could have all my friends to stay. It would have a huge kitchen with a glass wall that looked over a lake, or a loch as we call it in Scotland. In the middle of nowhere with my private train station so I could get the train straight into Glasgow. That is the dream. The next question, there was quite a lot of questions like this, mostly about diet and fitness and stuff, but this question is, have you lost weight? I have a little bit. I'm a few kilograms lighter now than I was at the wedding. I don't really talk about weight and stuff. I honestly don't really care. Something that I noticed what I was doing was I was eating healthy-ish. I still love my like treats now and then, but I was eating healthy-ish, but I was just eating a lot. You're meant to like have a certain amount of something, so like me eating a whole bag of peanuts is kind of counterproductive. I've just been watching what I'm eating, not in a crazy way. I just know what makes me feel good, and it's eating better food. I pretty much don't drink any fizzy juice or even like orange juice and stuff. I read something that was like, if you're gonna juice, then you should drink your vegetables and eat your fruit. So that's what I do. I've got pretty much the same breakfast every single morning, my grapefruit and my black coffee, and it makes me feel good. I don't drink milk at all. I eat cheese like on pizza and stuff like that, but I don't eat nearly as much cheese as I used to, I think, apart from when I'm in Italy and I can eat cacio e pepe. Pretty much have my breakfast and my lunch and my dinner, and then apart from that, if I get hungry, then I'll have a bit of fruit. I honestly didn't really notice until my clothes started fitting me different, and I suppose like I don't really know. It's not something that I hugely focus on. As far as exercise goes, I've not been doing any exercise apart from hula hooping one time, and I'm still sore from it, and that was 3 days ago. So my exercise is a bit ridiculous. I just wanted a shimmery blue eyeshadow, and I remembered that there was a teal in the Huda Sapphire Obsessions. The next question is, tell us about your teeth, please. So I actually filmed a video where I talk about my teeth, and I talk about everything that I have kind of like dabbled in when it comes to my appearance. I'll link that video up here. My teeth, just for those of you that just want to know what it is, I had composite bonding done. I think that sometimes they're called composite veneers as well. I'm really happy with them. Nice teeth. I think I always wanted bigger teeth than I had, and also the composite bonding makes my teeth nice and white as well. My teeth weren't terrible, they weren't great. I wasn't happy with them, so I changed them. And I really do think that, you know, if there's something that you want to change about yourself, then you should be able to do that without judgment. I do feel quite strongly with this. I feel like if people really take issue with something that you've done, they need to kind of get themselves sorted. Maybe focus on your own stuff. I always do super smoky under my eyes, but it might be quite cool with nothing. Holy grail product at the moment. Honestly, I think it might be this. I've not used this today on purpose because you guys are going to get sick of me. The Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I just think it's really beautiful. I use it pretty much every single day, and I just think it's a really gorgeous product. That liner actually is quite cool when you build it up, so just word to the wise. I've just bought a flat but own zero furniture. How did you know where to start / any tips for first home? When we moved into our first flat, we didn't have any furniture either, and I got tons of stuff from Gumtree and eBay. So it is, if you can, I know a lot of people don't really like pre-owned things, but I personally don't mind it. Like our dining table right now was from Gumtree, and it's like apparently that table is really expensive to buy, like the brand's expensive, but because we got it on Gumtree, it was a total bargain. So you have to be quite a good bargain hunter when it comes to eBay and Gumtree, and you need to, you know, really kind of rifle through the shit to find the good stuff. Another thing that's really good is Pinterest. It means that you can kind of get a really good idea of what you're wanting your house to look like. Then you can kind of start finding furniture that you think will go with that vibe. I think Gumtree and eBay are a good place to start, just to make sure you've got some furniture just to like live with, and then slowly you can upgrade each item to what you really want it to be, and it just gives you the time, and you can really, you know, suss out what your vibe is. TK Maxx as well. I love TK Maxx. If I had to suggest like one thing to splurge on, it would be like a really good sofa. If you're anything like me, you spend a lot of time on your couch. Your couch and your bed is what I would like save and spend on probably. Let's do some lashes. I'm going to use my lashes. I love seeing everyone's looks with them on as well. It makes me dead happy. These are the TL Jamie 2. Someone's asked, how do I feel now that I don't have as much filler in my lips? I'm really comfortable with the way that I am just now. Yeah, I think they're great. I've got, see if I take this off, you can see them better. I think that they look quite natural now. I've got a nice border, which is all I wanted for my lipstick and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I think I look a lot more like myself, I guess. I've said this before, but I definitely don't regret anything. I really don't regret much in my life. Lashes really do just fix everything. Someone said, how are you genuinely? Thanks for asking. I'm alright, you know, I'm quite good. I had a wee bit of a wobbly day yesterday and today. I'm just so excited for things to get a bit back to normal now. You would be absolutely nuts to say that you don't feel affected by everything that's going on right now. Some days are definitely better than others. Something that I need to stop doing is when I feel weird, I tend to kind of shut down rather than just talking about it and getting on with stuff as well. Don't get me wrong, I'll give myself, you know, some time. I do really think that this pandemic will come to an end eventually. Things will go back to a normal that's maybe not quite what we knew before, but it will get normal feeling again. Honestly, I'm totally good. And I'm good at shaking it off, you know, if I start not feeling great, I usually can get a grip. I like this question because I think it might take me a while, but I think I'm quite good at it. Someone's asked me, how do you stay positive? I try and continually remind myself how lucky I am. Like how lucky I am to have, you know, my mum and dad, and how lucky I am to have Jack and to have nice friends and to be able to, you know, have 3 meals a day, and that I've got a house with a garden and 2 dogs. Also, this is a really weird thing, right? You might think I'm a weirdo, but something that really helps as well is, you know, if I, like today, I'm feeling a bit funky, not funky fresh, like just a bit funky. Something that I'll do is just kind of remind myself how small I am in this huge big world, and how, you know, I'm just like one person, and the stuff that I worry about really doesn't really matter. And most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time the stuff I'm worried about, it does not matter one bit. It's usually quite insignificant stuff, and I'm the one that's making it bad, like by thinking about it. Like it's like my own thoughts that are making it bad. If I'm not feeling positive, that's kind of how I think. Just, you know, give myself a good shake and realise, you know, you're being a bit daft because you are really lucky. Also, if you're facing some negative stuff, just try and think of all the positive things that outweigh all that negative stuff as well. Getting deep on a Sunday. What one change would you like to make to the social media industry? I've been thinking about this. There should not be anything that allows people to be anonymous when they're not being nice. I think that if people choose to not be nice and say mean things, they should have their name attached to those things. I think it's really cowardly. I don't understand it personally. I feel like that girl out of Mean Girls that just wants everyone to smile and have your rainbows and sunshines. Someone's asked me, do I miss painting faces all the time? Yeah, I do. I actually did Charlotte's makeup before the pandemic. I'll pop a picture up on the screen because I just think she looks so beautiful. She's obviously beautiful anyway, but it was so fun to do her makeup properly. I think before that I'd only ever done her makeup like silly. That was good fun. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I think I'm just starting to really miss like social interaction with people, like in real life. And I'm also like, it's weird, see, after we've not done it for so long and then we go back to it, it's hard to get like used to it again. I just think that all of this is like a huge learning curve for all of us. We don't know what's going on. No. I know exactly the colour that I wanted. This is a YSL Slim lipstick, the Slim, in the shade 24. I used to wear this all the time. That is the colour that I wanted. It's the most perfect baby pink. I know this looks a bit nuts, right? But this is exactly what I want. It's like Pamela Anderson, Barbie. I just feel like I'm playing dress up with this makeup. So you guys, this is the finished look. I actually really like it. It took us a bloody effort to get here, but I'm glad that we did because I actually think it's quite cute. I hope you liked my answers to the questions. I hope you learned something a little bit new about me that maybe you wanted to find out. Not feeling 100,000,000% today, I'm not gonna lie. That question, how are you genuinely? I was like, I'm okay. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll link everything that I used down below. I know I didn't really speak about it. And apart from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye! Oh my god, all this hairspray's gone dead funny. What the heck? I miss London. I've not travelled in a long time now. That looks so bad. Oh no. So there's something like Jim Carrey. Blah, what am I talking about? Jim Carrey. I've not really talked to my friends from London in a long time. Usually I'm with them so I can understand. Jack, you outside? Oh my god, it definitely gets worse before it gets better. This is a nightmare. I've just done my foundation. I've got a new vein on my head. That is new. This makeup is really doing my box in. There's another accent I can do. I really like it a lot. I sound like South African. Sounds like you're being rewinded on a cassette tape. I didn't really get my head around the fact that you're meant to have like a fist amount of nuts. Actually, that's loads.